So our losers match. The losers match will be a PVZ between two old school players. Our first player up, Nara, our Protoss, and our other player up is going to be the Zerg, GoRush. So I'm interested to see if we'll see the usual strategies in PvZ, or if we see any deviations, especially considering Ra's style of play. The map will be Zodiac as well, just like the winner's match. Fighting. So our blue Zerg at 9 o'clock, GoRush. And our orange Zerg at 6 o'clock, Nara. So this map, even though there hasn't been a lot of PvZ games play on it, it's a bit more advantageous for Zerg it seems. More Zerg pros have won games on compared to Protoss pros in ZVP. Now, but you see a pro going out from Ra. This one probe is more than likely just to get something like a pylon. Yeah, see the pylon. We'll see if he'll go for the forge opener, if he'll try a gateway, or just go for like a nexus first, which would be interesting versus Zero, but I don't think it's typical. It's not really typical. Likewise, I'm interested to see if GoRush will go for the hatchery first, or if he'll decide to put on some aggression. We do see what looks like an overload being made, so it's more than likely that he will be going for the hatch first. Now this position does seem to, from my perspective, I mean, it honestly also depends how Zerg decides to expand, but I do like the fact that it's close to her, which can play a lot of, if the Zerg decides to go for something like mirrors, it can play well in their favor. And we see the Nexus first from Ra, so that's fantastic. He is trying to play a bit for the map, although the spawns are a little closer compared to vertical or horizontal spawns. But it doesn't look like he's going to be scouted first by GoRush, so he more likely will get away with this, especially with the pool just going down now. So hatchery just about halfway down soon enough. And Ra will be scouting GoRush first, so he'll have a better idea of what to expect. This will definitely give a bit of peace of mind. So no gas just yet for our Zerg. We more than likely will see the hatchery on point for the third hatchery. And GoRush doesn't know about Naral and what he is doing. So, and our gas is coming as well. So things are mostly typical. I say mostly because going Nexus first is very risky in PvZ. But looks like Raw will get it done. And he can even scout that there's no Zerg, it's only just potentially a single pair coming out. Not even a pair as well. Looks like it's just drones after drones for GoRush, so he's not even interested in kicking the probe up just yet. Now this cannon placement, honestly it feels a bit too far back. I do understand the position though, but it feels like Hydras will definitely be able to range the gateway there and kill it. Ra will scout. Oh, looks he actually misses it, so it looks like he's scouting at the top. So more than likely he thinks that the third hatch is going to be in the top main. And the Zelt is making its way across, so it's more than likely we'll just hit the hatch for just a bit, and there is a Zergling there already, but the Zelt does pull back as well. Ra does not want to lose the Zealot, keeping in mind he only has just to get one gate when he's just stacking up at this point. Oh, and the probe still not going up that position. Interesting, interesting. Oh, okay, it looks like he's doing a bit of an exchange, basically. Okay, so Zelt is going up. There is 2 Zerglings there, and there is enough Zerglings to defend, but there is 2 Zelts here, so that probe will have to, drone will have to run. So GoRush should be able to defend this. He does have enough units, but the Zelts are making their way out as well, so it's... So Stargate going up. We'll have to see what kind of strategy Nara will go with. We do see the +1 spinning, so I do expect that he may just throw down a couple of units, a couple of gateways, and go for like a +1 timing. There was a Hydra Den though for GoRush in the expansion, and it was in the back. The probe might have been potentially able to see it, like the side of it, but it's hard to say honestly. They only just showed the probe at the ramp. This Overlord will die, so at least that'll be a minor win for Ra. So, okay, so that second cannon in the middle field is not a bad idea, because there is quite a bit of Zerglings here. So GoRush will back out. He realized that he's not going to be able to break this. So first Hydra's out. This Overlord should be able to die, so that's another win for Ra. But there is quite a bit of Hydras here. I'm seeing 4 of them here. They don't have speed yet. And more cannons. I feel like he should add at least another one here. So this attack is extremely important, because if Ra can basically defend this extremely well, he'd be in a great position. But that first cannon is going to go down. So yeah, the first cannon goes down, but Ra did do a great position of keeping most of his units alive. But there is 1 Zelt away from dying, but there is more and more Hydra streaming in, and this is going to look bad for him very shortly. And you can see his attack is also being targeted. There is Overlord speed, but he needs to focus on his front, because what that is +1 going to finish is going to be extremely close. I know it does not finish. So this was a great win for GoRush, and that gateway, as mentioned earlier, is out of the range of the cannon, so it will die. At least the cannons are up right before the forge died. So Ra is safe for now. He does need to get so he has a couple gateways, so it looks like his +1 timing is messed up now. He is getting the archive, but also there is a huge amount of Hydras here. There is enough to actually... And there's some on the ramp. Okay. Now, because speed is done, there is a chance that the drop might be coming in, and we see the drone count is extremely low at the 3rd base. So if these Hydras get dropped into the main of Ra, he will be in extreme trouble. Honestly, his army is mostly of Zealots and a single Goon. Looks like GoRush is going for the frontal bust. So a single cannon is down. He does have a nice position here, but I mean the cannons are still ranging him. So this is extremely important here. We do see another 2 cannons going up. Ra is doing a great job defending this as well, but his Zealots don't obviously have speed, so the Hydras are just going to keep pulling back, and this is still a decent marker from GoRush. Now keep in mind there is 3 cannons, but there is quite a huge amount of Hydras, and looks like maybe drop is coming in. I think drop would be great, just a couple Hydras to bring some units back, or doing them on the main will allow him to bypass the cannons completely. And you can kind of see basically the Zealots are going to start melting, but Ra just get a couple more cannons, so he's good for now. We do see Lurkers. Okay, that's fantastic, because there's a lot of Zealots for Ra. So if he can manage to get the Lurkers barreled and the Hydras on top of the cannons, this base is going to be easy for Fit. He doesn't even have observers, if I'm not mistaken. I don't think we saw a Robo, although I could be wrong. Obviously there is more and more cannons coming up. Do we see a Robo here? No, we don't even see a Robo. And he doesn't even have a storm or anything he does have speed, which is great, but between his +1 being stopped, the fact that he doesn't have any observers, the Lurkers, once the cannons are down, and there is a huge amount of Hydras here, means that this game... Oh, and we see the drop coming in as well. Okay, this is going to be a game ending, honestly. We did see the movement of Ra, and even though he has Zealots in, as soon as the Lurkers get dropped on top, So he needs to get the lurkers dropped. The lurkers, okay, and you can gonna see the zealots just gonna start melting because they're clumped up. And you can see the zealots are gone. The pylons will probably be targeted. There is one cannon there, but that's gonna be 3 to 4 gateways that are gonna die basically. And once those gateways are down, what does Ra have to defend this? He's gonna have a single gateway to defend. He will at least keep his probes alive, but this is looking worse and worse for him now. And there's more and more Hydras at the front. Now that is a nice storm, gets a couple of Hydras, but there's still 4 lurkers alive, and his gateways are being camped. And at the same time, because there is no cannons all the way at the bottom, what the GoRush can do is just spread out his lurkers to cover some of the areas down there as well. And keep in mind, take a look at what's down there. It's all his important tech as well. So this was a great play by GoRush. So I'm fully expecting him to take this game at this point. I don't have a doubt about it. And you can see the rope was being built 10 minutes in. So it's an interesting decision by Ra. There you go. His important buildings are going to go down. The Stargate's going down. The 2 cannons looks like they're gonna finish just in time, but they will be going down as well. So they'll, and yeah. Looks like he's even going to lose. He might potentially even lose that last gateway at the top. He's gonna lose the Forge again. He's going to be losing the Templar Archive. So what? And I mean, he can't build anything in the front. It's extremely limited. So even though he managed to protect his front, he was not ready for this drop, especially for the lurkers. And I mean, the gateway, even the gateway on the side can be targeted at the bottom, so he can't even make units. He's literally just relying on cannons, and his gas has been sniped as well on top of that, so he's working off 1 gas. Wow, this is yeah. So Rush will just continue this offensive, and looks like he's just gonna try and go for the huge break, and that is a lot of lurkers. Now, I don't know about this idea, honestly. I feel like he was in a great position. Of course, there is more Hydras coming in, so yeah, he will have enough to break this. So this base is forfeit. That's going to be 1 base mine to the 3 of our Zerg, and the GG comes in. So Ra is going to be the first eliminated from this group. So GoRush will go to the finals match, and he will be meeting late again. So we'll see if he's able to get his revenge.